Nerds. They're similar to turds. I don't use underscores, but I sure like dinosaurs. Your face. It's gross. I really don't mean to boast, but... but... Balls, y'alls, your malls are too small. Tuesdays by the ways is when I set ablaze Russian mayonnaise, so fall out of my ways. I intend to go to the cafes where I gaze upon my displays. A horse, of course, is subject to attractive force. Photosynthesis is the real antithesis of ridiculousness. ADD, 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 this rap makes no sense. Agree? Bitch, you're a witch. I'll flip the kill switch, release the fuzzy nation all over your Twitch that came from the womb with the guitar doom. They dominated the dominator, but not the common denominator. They don't know math and won't take a bath. They're similar to a sociopath. Think about it, entire nation all over your Twitch. What are you gonna do then, huh? Rexy tends to vex, he's very complex. He has very little pecs, he performs a suplex in Mortal Kombat X or rejects with other T-Rex. ADD, ADD, this rap makes no sense. Agree? Fantastic by trade, all others tend to invade. You ever seen an autistic penguin? They remind me of a screaming fatty covered in neon flames. Ryan P. once said something about Cheech and Chong, but he should have said something about Lance Armstrong. Too bad Ryan's been felonious, so his previous sayings that were harmonious are now erroneous. It's time to be unceremonious and strip him of his heavy metal.